it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to another classic album review, and we're smack bang in the middle of looking at some blues. And these are the top four blues albums as decided by the Jazz Fuel magazine, which came out in June 2023, this list. And today is the number 2 album, and it's one by Howlin Wolf. Now, Howlin Wolf was born Chester Arthur Burnett on 10th of June 1910, and he died in 1976. He was at the forefront of transforming the Delta blues into electric Chicago blues. He recorded for 4-decade career rhythm and blues, rock and roll, and he sort of was an influence on the Stones. There's that famous thing they do, Little Red Rooster. Thing. Like most blues singers of the time, he was born into poverty in Mississippi. Come from the deep south, and he's just one of the greats of the blues. Now, the album we're going to look at is actually a compilation, and it was called Moanin in the Moonlight. It was the first. It's recorded in 1959. The two earliest songs on here were recorded much earlier, and it features lots of great people who play on this. So some of the tracks were actually recorded in Memphis in 1951, and that's the first 2 tracks. The 6th track was recorded in 1953, and 4, 5, 7 and 11 was 54, and then the rest were done in 56 in Chicago. There's some great players on here, apart from Howlin Wolf. We've got Willie Johnson on guitar, Willie Steele on drums, Ike Turner plays piano on here, Herbert Slumming guitar, Jose Lee Kennard on the piano, double bass, the great and producer was Willie Dixon, Earl Phillips plays drums on here, Jody Williams plays guitar, Otis Spann piano, guitar Lee Cooper as well, Fred Bello plays on quite a lot of albums, and S.P. Leary, again, he's appeared on so many blues albums. So let's have a look at the tracks that's on this album, and the first one is Moanin at Midnight. This starts off with it's harmonica, and it's not vocals as in singing vocals, it's just like a hum. I love this track, some great guitar on here, and it's just raw blues. I just love that sound. Then we get How Many More Years, another great track that Howlin did. I love the piano, some nice saxophone on here. It's just one of them tracks that, again, it's just when it, in them days they just turned up, pushed the record button and played. Absolutely brilliant. Then we got probably one of the most well-known tunes that Howlin Wolf recorded, and that's Smokestack Lightnin. Absolutely brilliant, one of the greatest blues songs. The vocals are great, and it's just an amazing track. Another great track from Howlin Wolf, Baby How Long. I love the drumming on this. I think it's Earl Phillips. Don't quote me on that, but I love that real good shuffle sound. There's lots of harmonica on this. The piano sounds great on here. Absolutely brilliant. Then we get No Place to Go. Now, this is a track you can tell that the Rolling Stones were heavily influenced by Howlin Wolf. You can see where they got some of their bluesy sound from on this. It's absolutely brilliant. And you can see where Keith Richard, for his love for Howlin Wolf, it's just great. Absolutely brilliant. It's one of the great bluesy songs. And then All Night Boogie, the harmonica on this is terrific. This seems to be a bit of an impromptu blues. I don't know if it was planned, but it's just more of a little short jam. It's absolutely brilliant. Then we have Evil, written by Willie Dixon. Willie Dixon had to get one of his songs on. typical Willie Dixon song. I love the piano in this. It's just a great, great track. I'm Leaving You. Now, this is one of them 12-bar boogie tracks. You know, the 3 chords, status quo. You know, there's little bits of... when you listen to this, especially under the headphones, you can think, oh, yeah, I've heard little bits like that on the early Quo albums. You know, the first sort of bluesy rock albums that Quo did. Absolutely brilliant track. I love that track. Probably my second favourite track on the album. Moanin for My Baby. There's some great guitar on. It's got that great shuffle song. Brilliant. Next one up is another classic. I asked for water. She gave me gasoline. It's a great blues song. Classic from Howlin Wolf. Lots of bands have covered this, including Government Mule and the Groundhogs. It's just a great, great blues track. Then we got 44. It was written by Roosevelt Side, but actually credited to Howlin Wolf for some reason. But it's just a great boogie track. Blues boogie. Somebody in My Home, a great chill out blues, as I call it. The sit down and relax blues. Some great harmonica, great vocal from Howlin Wolf. It's just one of the great tracks. It was the last track on this album. When it came in 1987, Moanin in the Moonlight was given a W.C. Handy Award in the Vintage Reissue Albums category. Rolling Stone actually ranked it as 477 on its 2020 list of the 500 greatest albums. Robert Palmer has cited How Many More Years, recorded in 1951, was the first record to feature the distorted power chord played by Willie Johnson. And when this was released in 1959 by Chess Records, it was the debut album for Howlin Wolf. And this is what Jazz Blues said. It contains Wolf's most popular singles such as Smokestack Lightnin. The album also had performances by Otis Spann on the piano, Willie Dixon on double bass. And they recommended the track Smokestack Lightnin. I think this is another great blues album. I do recommend this one. If you wouldn't think, I've only got it on CD. I'd love an album copy of this, but it's one of the quintessential blues albums. It's got all the different sort of arrangements of blues: fast blues, boogie blues, slow blues. All great musicians. There were some great musicians recording in Memphis and Chicago in the 50s. They're all legends. I love this album. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 8.6. So next week you'll find out which Jazz Fuel said was the best blues album. It's a really good one. I've listened to it yesterday again. It's great. Okay, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow, and we've got part 5 of the Elton John story, and it's basically Elton John in the 21st century. And then tomorrow's retro ranking, we're going to look at the series of the bad songs by bands of our favourite bands. And tomorrow we've got 20 bad Kiss songs. So I'm not looking forward to that, because I'll probably get a lot of stick for some of the songs I don't like. Okay, have a great day, everyone. As you know, the Battle Royale now has closed, so we're not taking any more nominations. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, Dave and I will be doing a live draw. We're going to do it live. It's either going to be today or tomorrow, I think. But we will let you know. I will put up something on the channel to let you know that it is going to be thing. And look out, because I'll put it up if you look on the live bit of this channel, it says live. We get all my live streams. It'll be in there. If it's today, it'll probably go up tea time, 5 o'clock UK time. So it'll be either tonight or tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. All depends on if Dave has got a few things going on. So if he can do it, we will do it. Okay. I might see you later. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.